If you're looking for your next comfortable gaming chair, you might have come to the right video. We're going to be doing a build video and a comparison on the VertiGear SL5800RS Audi Edition chair. A beautiful chair, but just how comfortable is it? Then after that, we're going to be comparing it with two other amazingly comfortable chairs. Strap yourselves in and get ready for an amazing ride. Step one, we're going to start with the seat, placing it upside down on top of a flat surface. They stayed elevated, so we're only going to remove these for now. This screwdriver they provide is amazing. Definitely you want to keep it for later. Now we want to place the tilt mechanism with the hole towards the rear. We know it's the rear because this says front. So we're going to go ahead and line it up with those bolts that we just removed. Those holes right over here. Then we're going to place them back in just with our fingertips so that we get some threading. Then we'll start screwing one corner in 100%, and then diagonally. Gives you the ability to put a lot of pressure on these screws. Now I'm going to grab the base and I'm going to place all of the casters in these little holes. Just push it in. They actually go in incredibly easy. So I'm going to repeat the process and I'll be right back. We're going to remove this red cap from the piston. Then we're going to slide that right in here. Now, moving the chair to the floor to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to put this right here. Now let's flip the chair. Actually, before I flip it, one thing you might want to remove is right over here. There is a packet of silica gel. Very hard to remove. Hopefully I don't tear the bag. Cool, you don't want those little pellets everywhere on the floor. Now we'll turn her around to have these facing straight up. And I'm going to remove the sticker. It's so awesome that they do this, but we're going to be sliding the back. This piece right over here. And this piece right over here. Right into there. It's kind of hard to see both angles, but gotta line up both sides. Then it goes down pretty easy. And we can remove that. And here they say that you need to align it before you screw it in. It would be nice if they gave you a way to do that, but even shining your phone in there, it's hard. So you're going to be using these screws that come in the little package. So you're going to be sliding them in there. And you should feel okay, great. So it's threaded. We'll do the same over here. Perfect, threaded. And we'll do the same over here. So again, must align and fasten first, then install after placing tops. There was a great way to do that. But anyway, so we got to put in all four here. So I thought it was silly that they didn't place the paddles at the very beginning, but they did. I just didn't pay attention. So we'll place the paddles facing the rear of the chair and you'll just slide them in there. Turn it around. And again, facing the rear. Now the rear is over there. All right, and that makes the seat go up. And lastly, we'll go ahead and put the pillow on there. So you would just have to place it like that. I would have thought there would have been clip-on straps, but the VertiGear SL5800RS Edition the Audi Edition. So I just finished building it. This is now probably the 18th time I've sat in it. I've been using it now for about a week, and it is incredibly comfortable. And I've done a few in the past few months, so we'll get into that in a minute. This is incredibly comfortable. It has some contours that just really helps the way it feels when you sit down. I have a broken coccyx bone. It hurts every time I sit. It grinds all the time. And on top of that, I have a bad back and I'm a bigger guy. So comfort means a lot, especially when you're in pain all the time. So being that it's dark, a little bit difficult to see, your tailbone kind of fits right up here. And depending, of course, where you sit is going to be where your tailbone is going to be, of course. But mine typically sits right around here, around the closest edge. And it kind of contours, kind of creates a pocket. And that just actually makes it feel good. And then we can see right over here, these little contours of the chair, the little patterns that they have on it. When you sit on this chair, they have the Vertaair multi-directional air pillars material, and it feels beautiful when you sit on it. It keeps it nice and cool. From this portion till the waterfall edge is about almost 19 inches in length. I do mention the waterfall edge, which is important because this is not a racing chair, you may call it. Instead of it coming up like that, so you kind of feel like you're in a bucket seat, it kind of comes straight out. So it's very comfortable. It bulges up a little tiny bit over here, and then you have the Audi symbol here. Then it kind of hugs you right over here with the sides. So from this edge to this edge is 12.5 inches. And it is very comfortable. Now, the little bulge doesn't have to be here. It could be here, it could be down here because of this right over here. Now, it's not going to be a night and day difference, but that's going all the way down, and that's going all the way up, and you can actually hear it right over here, it going up and down. I like it right around here. And you could feel it a lot more than you can see it, so it's not a tremendous bulge that's going to be sticking out. The pillow is incredibly comfortable, and it is very cool to the touch. I feel like there should be a different kind of mechanism to hold this headrest in place. This comes RGB ready, meaning that you can change these panels and they'll have RGB lights. I don't have the RGB version, so I can't show you the way it works, but this is what you would swap out. Now this does have the 4D armrest, so of course you can go down and up. Then you can go with the button right here. You can go forward and back, and then with that same button, you can do kind of twist it just like that. Then you can also do with this little button here, you can do in and out. So that's the 4D armrest aspect. This can support up to 260 pounds. I just happen to be 260 pounds. And when you open the box, now I didn't on this version, I did more on the 6800, but it smelled like coffee. That's because the seat is made with coffee ground fiber. And mind you, I don't know how much coffee goes into it. But again, on this one, I didn't smell it. But on the 6800, when I open the box, you can smell the coffee. And then of course, after a little while, that smell goes away, or maybe you just get used to it. But I'll never forget opening that package and smelling that. That was great. This is recommended for people up to 6 feet tall. I am 5'6", and even though I'm not incredibly tall, it works just fine for me. Again, incredibly comfortable. Now at the beginning, I showed you that if you tilt this little bar here, the seat goes up, but it has another little handle on this side. Now that is to allow you to lock the seat from rocking backward. Right now it's locked. Tilt that down, and now it could lay back all the way, and it is comfortable. I believe it's 15 degrees that you can lean back. So then tilting back is perfectly comfortable. But then if you wanted to, even with the tilt mechanism enabled, you don't need to initially do it with it enabled. So I'm going to lock it so that it won't be enabled. You can lean back up to 180 degrees and it's perfectly comfortable. Now I've never fallen doing one of these. I might now. With the 15 degree and the 165, I think it was, you could totally lay down. Ooh. Okay, now I'm relaxed and my feet are straight out. I don't know if you can see my feet, but you could see them sticking out a little tiny bit. But with the 15 degrees, and I believe it was 158 or 168, I can lean back and fall asleep. I don't know that I would, but I could if I wanted to. So that's kind of cool. So here I have it all the way down, and we can see it is about 13.5 inches tall. If I were to raise it to its max, we can see the seat goes up to about 17 inches tall. So that's not bad. Like most of these chairs, right over here, you can tighten or loosen the rocking mechanism so that it's a little looser or a little tighter when you're rocking back and forward. And the casters, just to keep it a little bit more racing centric, these are 65mm Penta RS1 casters. So just a little tiny bit nicer than regular casters. Starting from the 6800, this is one of the first ones I reviewed, and what, 3, 4, 5 years later, it is still amazingly comfortable like I took it out of the box. This was actually the one that smelled a little bit like coffee when I first opened up the box before I found out about the coffee fibers that they use. So it does smell a little tiny bit. Maybe I'm used to it already. Aside from that, this was the chair that I used for years and nothing would top it. This chair was incredibly comfortable. Now this is the 6800 and it holds up to 400 pounds. And still today is incredibly comfortable. Now moving over to the 5800, mind you the height, because I was playing with the height a second ago, is a little bit different, but this feels just as good as this chair and, well, is Audi branded. There we go. So it feels great, and there is little to no difference between this chair and this chair. Now this one is a little bit more expensive because A, you have the RGB lighting, which is cool for those of you that like it, and of course is Audi branded. You're paying for that great name on your chair. So it comes with some luxury. Now this chair and this chair both have a 10-year limited warranty, which is pretty awesome to get on anything. 10 years is a long time, and that adds to the price. Coming in just a tiny bit cheaper is the Annecy Kaiser 4XL. This is an incredibly comfortable chair and is slightly cheaper. It handles the headrest a lot better. It's a magnetic headrest rather than these straps over here, but it doesn't have RGB lighting, and it also has a 5-year warranty, half that of this. Now, because of the warranty, of course, the price is a little tiny bit cheaper, not by much, than the Audi Edition, the RS, the 5800. So that goes a lot into the product. They put 10 years behind these two because they know they're going to last. Not going to say that this isn't going to last. I see no reason why it doesn't, but that plays a big factor in deciding between what kind of chair you get. A warranty is tremendous. And this seat also goes up to 260 pounds. So for now, this is the trinity of chairs. I think I might stick to this one, the 5800 Audi. It is just as comfortable as the 6800. Can do RGB. I'm going to see if I can get some lighting. And then also, of course, has the Audi name. Now, the other thing, even though this chair is a little bit more expensive, this does not have the lumbar adjuster mechanism here. It's you get what you get. That's all that you get. Now this has the adjustable lumbar, and this has 2 forms of adjustable lumbar. So it can be potentially more beneficial for your back, but between these two, they're around the same. This one protrudes a little bit more on the back. So depending on your back situation, this may be better or this may be better, but these both, or actually all three, again, my trinity of amazing chairs. I have now probably about 12 in the house, and they rotate around the family, but these 3 stay with me. So as for right now, I think this chair gets my tops. Let me know what you think down in the description below. This is your friend Iggy with ThisBytesForYou doing a review on the VertiGear SL5800RS Audi Edition chair, doing a complete build for you, and then doing a comparison with 2 other great chairs, my top chairs. There was originally a unboxing here, but unfortunately that video got corrupt, so I had to skip that out. So let me know what you think. Do you like the unboxings or not really? Now, if you want to find out more about the Kaiser XL, you can check out this video up here. And if you want to find out more about the 6800, check out this video right here. Iggy with This Bytes For You out. See you guys.
Boy.